What up, boys? Powerful down here. I know what you're thinking. It's been a year since this asshole has uploaded. He's probably dead, right? Unfortunately, I'm not. Uh, so back to the matter at hand. Today I'm bringing you guys a druid leveling guide. I'm going to go over your leveling talents, strategies for clearing mobs efficiently, and offer you some PvP tips for all the world PvP you're going to get into leveling. Well, hopefully get into leveling. Don't be a pussy. So starting with the talents, I'll show you guys a quick talent setup about what you should be around level 30. You're going to start with 5-5 ferocity, then you're going to move down into 2-2 brutal impact. From there, you'll go 3 out of 5 into feral instinct, 1 into feral charge, 2 into feline swiftness while taking feline swiftness as early as possible to ensure that you're leveling quickly and being able to escape from gankers. You're going to move into Sharpened Claws. By the time you finish up Sharpened Claws, you should be able to move into Predatory Strikes, which you'll get 2 points into. 2 points into Blood Frenzy. And by the time you ding level 30, you'll get Fairy Fire Feral. There are some leveling guides out there that will encourage you to take different talents than these, and that's totally fine. I wholeheartedly encourage you to experiment with your talents. That's what vanilla is about. But one talent you should wholeheartedly avoid is Thick Hide. With 5 talent points into Thick Hide, with the very best in slot level 30 gear I could get, it doesn't even give me an entire 100 extra armor. It's not even 1% increase physical damage reduction. It is a waste and you should avoid it. If you watch the clip here, you'll see. Don't let yourself be tricked by some retard who encourages you to waste 5 talent points on less than 1% physical damage reduction. The talent doesn't even scale in bear form. This scaled armor doesn't scale with the bear form armor bonus, nor does it scale with the Moonkin armor bonus. This talent is wholeheartedly worthless in the tree no matter what level you are. Avoid it at all times. Where you take your talents after this is wholeheartedly up to you. It's really going to depend on what kind of build you want to level into. You can level into Deep Feral if you'd like to, and the talents for that will look something like this. I would highly recommend going all the way down into Leader of the Pack after getting Heart of the Wild, moving from there into the Balance Tree to get Almond of Clarity and Natural Shapeshifter, then into Restoration for Furor, and then your final point you can really do what you want with. I normally end up putting mine into Improved Enrage simply so that I can get my bashes off in PvP, but you can really put it wherever you want. Personally, whenever I'm leveling my druids, I've leveled, I guess, 4 now on classic private servers on ×1 and things of that sort. Whenever I level them, I like to level straight into the Heart of the Wild spec, which is going to look something like this. This is the quintessential hybrid spec. With this spec, I will be able to tank and heal all 5 mans in the game without respecking. I will be able to PvP in the way that I like to PvP. And also I can heal raids with this spec. The majority of druids on live during Classic, especially after a certain gear level, only ran this spec for healing simply because it gives you so much more mana than, say, a deep resto spec with Swiftman. I have plans in the future to do a video on this spec and explain why it is better for healing than deep resto, but I'll save that for the future. Keep this to a simple leveling guide as best as possible. Just to reiterate, after all of that preaching on talents, I really do encourage everyone to experiment with the talents of their choice. You should be trying different builds. That's what Classic is about. Don't force yourself into a cookie cutter scenario where you're playing the spec that someone told you should play. That's not what Classic is about at all. Next, I'll explain the ways that you can clear mobs or clear camps of mobs or clear your quest mobs and things like that, just for the people who have never really played classic vanilla druid before. For the most part, you can stick in cat form and fight mobs one-on-one all day long if you want to. It's really simple. Cat form does do a lot of damage. It's essentially kind of like playing a rogue though. You don't have a ton of armor, so you don't want to pull too many mobs while you're in cat form. 1, 2 at the most. If you get into a predicament where you end up accidentally pulling multiple mobs, the first thing you're going to want to do is pre-hot yourself. Pre-hotting is where you cast Rejuvenate and Regrowth on yourself, so you have both of these heal over time effects rolling on you. And then you're going to go straight into bear form, which gives you just a metric fucking dick load of armor. And you're going to spam maul and swipe until you kill all these targets. This is the best way, in my opinion, to clear mobs. The majority of the time, whenever I'm questing and things like that, I'll simply pre-hot myself, pull 3 or 4 mobs at once, let the thorns and the swipe do the work for me while I look at something else on the other monitor. Whenever you do finally get your druid on and the servers come on and you get out there, you're going to be having a lot of trouble getting mobs for the most part. Now, druids are one of the few classes that have an instant cast, 0 travel time, damaging spell that they can use to tag mobs. If you moonfire something, there's no travel time, there's no wait, it has instant damage, so it's not like a curse or anything like that. You can tag mobs with simply moonfire and get them right on you right away. This is going to be really big for druids because druids level slow. So you're going to want to go out of your way to snatch mobs from people if they're trying to take them from you. Don't let them take your mobs, take their mobs, be a dick about it. It doesn't matter. All that matters is getting out there and getting to 60 or whatever your goal is in the game. But please remember, always use Moonfire. I normally keep mine at rank 1. You should not be leveling it up very often. I would keep it rank 1 for most of the game until you get to the end game and have gold to spare. But you really got to save up for that mount. With that being said, for the players who haven't played Classic before, or the players that are coming back to Classic and don't have a really good general idea about buying spells, I'm going to go ahead and explain this to you guys. Those of you that are going to be playing Druids are a hybrid class. Druids have a metric dick load of spells. There are so many spells, and a lot of them you really don't need, especially leveling Feral. If you're going to try leveling as Resto or Balance, obviously you're going to need to get those spells, but as a Feral Druid, do not level your balance spells. Your healing spells, I would never level Rebirth above rank 1 until you get to max level. Buy the first rank and then leave it. I would not go out of my way to level up Healing Touch a ton as Feral. You're going to be using Regrowth and Reju for the most part. I would keep rank 4 Healing Touch. That would be about it. Besides that, get rank 1 Hibernate Animal, rank 1 Entangling Roots. I wouldn't worry about Wrath. I wouldn't worry about Starfire. Simply get Moonfire rank 1 for tagging your mobs, and then all of your Feral skills. Don't rank up anything else because you really need to save your gold. The last thing that I have for you guys are just going to be some PvP tips, some general PvP tips for the world PvP you're going to encounter on your way to 60. As a Druid, you don't really start to get strong, not like really strong, until 40 plus. Once you get Innervate and you get pretty far down in your talents to have a good mana pool, that's whenever you're really going to be able to take classes on 1 versus 1. Before then, it's seriously going to be a shit show. If you catch a mage sitting down, you can Ravage him for a 100% crit chance, and you can essentially one-shot him. Now, the likelihood of you catching people sitting down is very low. So, if you take any PvP fights before level 40, keep in mind, you're not always going to win. Just do your best. Don't give up. There's no reason to give up. Druids don't really shine until they're level 60. Play and enjoy yourself on the way to 60, but don't get frustrated if you're getting your ass beat a lot. That's all I'm going to have for you guys today. If you enjoyed the video and you watched to the very end, please make sure you leave a like on the video. Maybe leave a comment if you're feeling especially generous. Subscribe to the channel as well. My channel has been kind of dead for a while, but I do plan on reviving it going into Classic. I've just had a lot of issues with my my YouTube channel and getting monetization and things like that. But again, if you did enjoy the video, thank you so much for watching this far. Feel free to subscribe. And if you have any questions about the class, anything else you'd like to know, please ask me down in the comments. I love helping people out, unless they're toxic fuckheads, at which point I will proceed to troll them and piss them off. Thank you again for watching. I'm going to let this duel play out that I have with my friend Wesley here for Druid versus Shadow Priest. A few people were asking me about it on my PvP clips, so hopefully those guys that were asking me about it can watch this and kind of get a general idea of what to do versus Shadow Priest in Classic PvP. Alright guys, thanks. Have a good day.